Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit more in detail of the micro aspects of the shifter itself. So if we come in close and take a peek at it, what we're looking at here is two independent, bilaterally independent training sides, two bilaterally independent foot pads that are not connected to each other. They're running on their own inertial system. This is the inertial system you see here. That is causing inertia and it's causing momentum. Each foot pad has its own inertial system attached to it. So they do not affect each other. The only thing that can affect these in any kind of systematic movement pattern is my own movements, my own force production, and the communication that crosses over from this extremity to this extremity through my spinal cord. Very, very small amounts of this information goes up into the higher centers of my brain and the higher centers of my spinal cord because it's not needed. The only thing that is needed is I will say something like, I would like to reverse my right foot pad to get it going the other direction. That's a conscious decision. Once I make that decision and I begin it, everything else is reflex. That's the beauty of this training device, which is fully patented. I invented this back in 2001, kept it quiet for a long time because when I realized what it did for me and what it will do for everybody, I got a little bit nervous and I went into the patent process and studying it. And it took me a while to determine what it actually did, but once I found out it was the crossed-extensor reflex, which was heightened by this bilateral independent training device, then I set up a series of progressions. The progressions, which I will describe in detail in many different ways in this website and in our education, basically is a series of movements that you have to do. A skill is stopping and reversing the right foot pad. That's one progression. Moving, even in the alternating cadence, moving the left foot pad quicker till it catches up and synchronizes with the right foot pad. That's a progression. Bringing that the right foot pad back out into the lead and having an alternating cadence, that's a progression. I set them up so that when you can do them all with your eyes closed, not holding on to anything, that is when I determine you have a very, very fast cross-extensor reflex to unpredicted events, and you will not injure yourself in very silly ways like an ankle sprain. The most common injury to athletes is an ankle sprain. Very big problem, and it proves to be an extremely big problem for elite athletes. So when you're fully progressed, that will not happen to you unless it's an impact-related ankle sprain. So now if you look at the flywheel, you see how I can get this moving and let go, and it'll continue to go. I'm not doing anything physically to keep that going. There's no motor. It's just pure momentum at this point. And then when I want to stop that momentum, I have to put my weight into it. And I have to affect it in some way. And there I just reverse the direction. The other foot pad is not being affected at all by this motion, and I can set this one into its own motion or its own speed. Okay? They can go at any speed they want. That's how the communication gets sped up, and that's how the fully patented machine and progression set is basically revolutionizing what we know about injury prevention and performance enhancement.